Not many people want the homeless living nearby. Often they are coping with mental illness, addiction, all the issues that go hand in hand. Now, no one city or municipality seems to have found the perfect solution, but thank goodness for the people who are at least trying. The efforts, though, are not always supported. Abbotsford Community Services, in partnership with BC Housing, is proposing a 21-unit apartment building that will house men who are homeless or at risk of homelessness. Trouble is, all of a sudden, even though this project's been underway for a while, the Chamber of Commerce is concerned about the impact of a shelter near the downtown core. And I want to let you know, we reached out to everybody involved in this. The only person sitting here tonight is Ward Draper of the 5 and 2 Ministries, and you are literally the face of trying to help the homeless in Abbotsford. So
not my fault.
No, it's not. We do have some statements from other groups, but you know, you are the one guy who always shows up. So tell me what you know about this project.
What I know about this project is that Abbotsford Community Services has been working with BC Housing and the City of Abbotsford to make it a reality. And when they started the project, I know it's a valuable asset that we need for our community to deal with some of the issues. And I know that the concerns that are circulating from the business community, I think, are largely unfounded and are based on lack of education and not really seeing the bigger picture.
I want to just point, we're showing a map, and I'm assuming the area in red is the C7 zoning. And this is an area that's meant to improve the business of the downtown sort of historic core of Abbotsford.
Yeah, that area is actually got a very high vacancy rate right now for both business and the apartments above a lot of these businesses. But another thing that keeps confusing me about that area is the Downtown Business Association, the Chamber of Commerce keeps saying they don't want this demographic in the area. But a vast majority of the businesses in that, I'd say 50% of the businesses in that core, are designed for that given demographic. We have pawn shops, we have liquidation world, we have dollar stores, we have check cashers, we have all these businesses that are targeted to the lower income demographic, yet they don't want the folks living there, they just want their business. So I get confused by that on a regular basis. You say you don't want them there, but they're already there. You've constructed an area that caters to that area, because that area of Abbotsford is largely a low income area. A lot of low-income apartments, rentals, homeless. We have a very heavy concentration.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I gotta put my glasses on to read the letter. I want to have a look. We do have a letter from the Abbotsford Chamber of Commerce that talked about the C7 zoning bylaw was created with the sole purpose of creating economic growth in an area plagued by undesirable and illegal activities, as well as other factors. In an effort to clean up our downtown, the zone was created, which explicitly prohibits supportive recovery facilities in this zone. So they want all those businesses to be there, but they don't want the people actually living there.
Yes, which to me is very confusing. Like I said, that area is that demographic. It is that community. So can't we find ways to utilize this incredible agency's project, community services project, to help further stabilize that area and give it that greater sense of community? Because that's what I feel it would do, is it's introducing some more stability that isn't there.
Right.
You know, and then we just had another recent project go through right on the border, which is John Howard Society, just opened up a transition center on the red line on the other side. No fighting about that one, and those are guys just out of jail. But now we have people who are living in Abbotsford, who have lived in there most of their lives, who are having the opportunity to go inside and then stabilize and to bring a greater healing to the downtown, and we're saying no. To me, that just seems completely foolish, because I mean, the community services, over 40 years of experience in our community.
This is no fly-by-night operation that's going to set up. And you know what? They've got some really strict rules.
Yes, they do.
So let's take a look at those, because I want people at home to know that this isn't just a place where guys can come and flop, bring all their drugs, do all their stuff, get up in the morning and leave again. This is, no needle exchange, no illicit substances allowed on the premises, no visitors allowed in the suites, secure fenced-in smoking area, alcohol consumption monitored and restricted, inappropriate and disruptive behaviors will be addressed. So it sounds like a place of some pretty clean living.
Yeah, I mean, this agency is exceptional. They've got all these other service providers in Abbotsford, like the 5 and 2, who are willing to work with them and are entering into ways to provide even further support. So all this is doing is going to take the 20 people that are already living on the streets right outside these businesses and bringing them someplace where there's more control, there's more security, there's more safety, there's more predictability, there's more stabilization. So there's less negatives than they keep saying. They keep saying this is going to undermine the downtown, but the reality is downtown's not that great to begin with. This is just going to improve it.
Maybe that's the issue. They've overstated how fabulous the downtown core is.
No, I mean, they've done a great job. I mean, Paul and all them and Tina, they do some good work down there.
Okay.
But this is a step even further to help stabilize that downtown area. We need to develop community, a real sense of community, and that's
well,
not
yeah,
happening.
and this uses what's called a housing first model, which contends that, you know, and if you're wandering around with your clothes in a sack and a sleeping bag and a pillow, you can't begin to address the issues that are impacting you. If you've got a dry place to sleep and a bed to rest your head in, you're more likely to get some treatment.
It's very true.
Yeah, we did hear from Mike Welty, who's the president of the Abbotsford Chamber of Commerce, late this afternoon because we've been talking to him all day today about this. So he did send this statement along. And it includes this line, if this project was proposed in any other area than in the BIA, Business Improvement Area, I would be there with a shovel helping dig the hole.
Mm-hmm. Classic NIMBYism. I mean, it's unfortunate. I mean, that's a sentiment you hear all the time, not just with this development, but everywhere else. Yeah, we want to help these people, but as long as they live on an island someplace in the middle of the ocean, we'll be fine with that. and that's not a way to restore dignity, not a way to restore lives. It's not a way to rebuild our broken communities. That type of sentiment is not about restoration. That's about further injustices.
Yeah.
That kind of mentality. We have to realize that the people that are in homelessness or addiction issues, most of it is because of relation breakdown, that there is some sort of emotional, relational issue that needs to be addressed, and the best way to do this is with friends.
Exactly.
And in a safe space. And it's comical to me that they keep saying things like, oh yeah, we're behind it, as long as it's someplace else.
Any day now they're going to get it right. I'm counting on them.
I'm hoping.
All right, thank you. Ward Draper, pastor at 5 and 2 Ministries. Coming up on Unfiltered, protecting the content of your credit report. We're talking to Consumer Protection BC about a recent court ruling. And up next, here's the deal. This story garnering lots of attention. We thought we'd hear from Renew Bakshi and Laura Balance on the cyclist and the enraged driver. Next.